What's up, guys? Welcome back to the trading channel. In this video I want to do a kind of a compilation of some of my recent trading sessions have on the channel. So basically, if you see my last video, which I'm going to try to put somewhere here for you to go watch it, I was basically talking about how to know if I was ready to go trading live yet or not. And on that video, I've talked about how because of my first 1,000 trades challenge, I was taking a lot of trades and getting in a lot of volume. So I have the data that I was going to use to work on my strategy. So basically, I'm switching my approach. I'm going to be moving into a more realistic type trading sessions in which I won't be taking as many trades no more. I'll probably tone it down to like 12 trades a day or about 10 trades a day, maybe even 8. And just to start getting into that mindset of when I'm actually trading live and I don't need to take that many trades, and really hone in and focus on those quality setups and try to make the most out of the fewer trades as possible. So that's basically what I was practicing on this trading sessions that I got here. I still got a few more where I'm taking a lot of trades. I need to upload those too and get a final count of where I'm at in the trading challenge. But moving forward, you're gonna see a lot of this. This is basically 3 days, where on the first 2 days I only took like 5 trades, and then on the third one, I took like 16 trades or so, which it's a little bit more, but again, I still want my system to be robust enough that I can still take a few trades. I don't want it to be so fragile. But yeah, let's just get into this trading session. And like I said, expect more videos like this coming down. There's gonna be shorter sessions. I'm gonna be compiling them together, and I think that's gonna make it a little bit easier maybe with whole editing and putting the video together. But anyway, let's just get into the session, and I'll break down for you anything worth noticing. All right, so starting off, we're bouncing around support here. Looks like I can have a hidden bullish divergence. Yeah, place my order at the break of the recent wicks high. Price hits, makes it move higher. I got 1.5 hour there locked in, and I get stopped out. Nice. Alright, let's see, what was the second trade? I got a little too quick on the short. I really don't see a setup on this one. Now, when I do trade, I have a larger screen, which is basically my, I got stopped out there. I'm surprised I really had a setup there. Well, I was saying I have a bigger screen where I have which is my context chart. Is basically a higher range chart where I can get my relevant support resistance levels. Sometimes I'll get a setup there and it will show on my execution chart. But I think that was the case with that trade, and it was just wasn't mature enough. All right, going back into this next setup. Let's see. Price is still working higher inside the range, and I took long here. I break off this recent wicks. Price hit move a bit higher. We're about to break some resistance. He's getting close to my take profit. Did I took that take profit? Did I? All right, okay, did. Nice. All right, so it is rare. I'm still not used to taking full take profits. If you've seen my trading sessions before, you know that most of my trades, they end up getting me stopped. Mostly at profit, but getting stopped still. Okay, there was another continuation setup there, going bullish. Nice, I'm gonna take profit. Target filled. And I think that ended the first session, right? Yep, that did. The final P&L for that day was 80% win rate with a 5.9 R. Not bad. All right, now going into January 20th. We're still on a downtrend. Why am I looking for longs? Okay, I got it on the long there. But it seems like to be a double bottom. We got some resistance right above near my entry level. Doesn't seem like I'm gonna make much more there. All right, 0.4. Okay, looks like we're gonna be ranging here. All right, so getting another long near support again. This time targeting the exact last high we made. Price went a little slower, then it bounced. Okay, we can move lower. I mean higher. Got stopped there for 1.4, I think it was. So far, 2 trades, 2 trades. Okay, so on this one, I think I was looking for a hidden bullish divergence off of that resistance. Okay, I got it, but that setup didn't seem that strong. Okay, I got out 1.8, I mean 0.8. That was the drop I was looking for. Okay, trying to get on a long here. Seeing price slowing down after that drop. Getting on a quick bounce. Doesn't have to give it much, 0.8, close 1R. So far I got what? That was my 4th trade.
Order filled.
Yeah, I was looking for a retracement day to the upside, and in the end it happened. It just stopped me out before it did. Okay, so basically pretty similar stats. 18% win rate plus 2.5R. Now this next session is a bit longer, so I'm not gonna be breaking it down because, like I said, I'm taking a lot more trades on this one. But I do want to mention that on this one is where I remember to start applying one of the main elements I'm going to be relying on for the profitability of my strategy, which is to add into winning positions, right? So you've seen it on this session, and you've probably seen it on all the sessions I have on the channel. A lot of the times I get into the trade, I'll get a quick move and then I'll be getting stopped out. And I'm always getting 0.5R, like 1R, 1.5R on trades that are meant to be 2R to 3R sometimes. And basically what's happening is that I don't touch my I usually don't get to touch my my trades don't get to touch my take profit, and it's because how aggressively my stop trails. Now I don't really have an issue with that because I am relying a little bit more on frequency than on movement. I'm not going for this big runs. I'm comfortable with taking a 3R in three trades if necessary, because my setups are very consistent in when they react. So I'm really going for a good frequency and not really like home runs. I'm going for those base hits. But one way to capitalize on whenever I do get those bigger hits is by scaling in and using different setups where my stop won't be trailing as aggressively, right? So this will give room to the price to breathe, and once I'm putting in size, I'll be able to slowly keep locking in those profits. But keep in mind that because I added to the position, every tick and point now is worth a lot more, right? So I'm gonna be making more out of the same price movement. And to me, is one way to adapt my strategy to a way where I don't need to ask price to do more. I can just add into the same movement, and if I get stopped at break even, I get stopped at break even. That's fine. But if I do get a larger move, then I'm capitalizing on it way more. And the way I'm thinking to go about it is, I'm gonna start a day going for 2-to-1 trades. And as soon as I'm up to R on the day, if the setup and the volatility are right, because that's another thing, I cannot just go and scaling every single position. If the setups and the volatility look good, I'm gonna start scaling in, because to me, on the few of the sessions I have recorded, I haven't uploaded them yet, but that's been the game changer. Like, the profits you can make when you do good scaling on a position and the position keeps going your way, and then you just move the take profit further and further while you're locking in those profits. It's crazy, man. You only need you only need like 2 two of those to make your week if you get a good moves like that. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna be doing. That's gonna be one of the things I'm gonna be focusing on. Definitely on this trading sessions, like I mentioned, I'm gonna be going for shorter trades, and one of the ways I'm gonna be capitalizing and making the most out of those shorter sessions will be by scaling in. So going back to this session, so far I'm in negative. I'm down a little over 2R. And I remember that towards the end of the session is when I did one scaling. I'm trying to find that trade so you guys can see better what I'm talking about here. I know it's toward the end. I'm already 11 trades deep, 6 winnings, 4 losses. A lot of those wins have been short wins. That's another thing. My strategy so far, I get a lot of small wins, but a lot of times they don't make up for it for the losses, right? So that's why I need to do the scaling on those trades, because the way I'm looking at it is those small wins, they're just gonna serve as a buffer. Oh, that was a nice take profit there. Put me right back on a little bit on the green. The way I'm looking at it, those small wins, they're just gonna build a buffer. And once I have that little buffer on the day is when I can really, go aggressive and add in more contracts to those positions that are already in the green without risking anything extra, because worst comes to worst, I plan to add in at a point where if price retraced, I'll just get a stop data break even at whatever my new entry price is. I got some calculations in my mind and how I'm going to be going about it, but basically I'm not going to be adding extra risk just by putting more size, because I'm going to put it at a time where if price were to retrace, worst case scenario, I'm getting stop that break even, or a little bit of slippage here and there, which is going to be fine. Pretty sure that the position itself will probably cover up with a little bit of profit anyway. But yeah, that is the plan, is to take less trades, build a buffer, and once that buffer is in, if I see a good setup on good volatility, I'm going hard, and I'm adding, if I can, even 3 times the normal size on a trade that ideally will be at break even if I get any strong retracement against me. Break even, bit of slippage, worst case scenario, right? So we're closing in to the end of this trading session. I think this is my last trade, and I didn't see any scaling, so I may be wrong about this one. Okay, yeah, no, it wasn't on this one. Okay, so actually, that's perfect. That's gonna be for the next video. I'm gonna look up for those sessions, and like I said, I'm already doing this. I'm already recording a few of those. You'll see it later down the month. But I'm gonna be looking into those sessions where I'm doing the scalings, just to see you guys how it can definitely turn the trades and the session around. But that's it, man. That's really all I got for today. That's really all I wanted to share. It's just I just think it's time for me to get my mind into this position where I'm going to be trading a more realistic approach, and I need to start practicing that. So if you guys like this type of content, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.